Hi, Chris here. Number 3 video, chassis 3, and we're moving into 3D. So let's zoom in this area, putting the crosshairs about here and wheeling the wheelie mouse up, pan over a bit. I'm going to 3D rotate these two objects. So at the command line, I'm going to type in 3D rotate. Normally all you have to do is type in 3DR and it'll come up with 3D rotate, predictive text. Hit enter, select the objects, so I'm going to pick and use a crossing, and I'm controlling the bottom left hand corner and pick, and it's found two objects, so I hit enter. It then puts the XYZ 3D rotate tumblers in there, and at the command line it says specify base point, so I pick on that middle blue box, and that's what I'm going to rotate it around. And then it says pick rotation axis, and I'm going to rotate this around the X, and you'll notice that the X is red, so I hover over these round rotation 3D rotation circles until I find the red one, pick on that, and then I type in the angle 90 degrees and hit enter. And it 3D rotates those objects from that base point around the X, which was red. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move with the move command, move, and again I'm going to put a crossing, so I'm going to pick there, and I'm controlling the bottom left of that green box and pick. So it's found those objects, hit enter. And it says specify base point, so I'm going to pick on the end point of there and move it to my crosshairs, the end point of my chassis, and zoom out a bit, pan it over so you can see. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the sweep, but I've realized that I've put that on the wrong side of the line, so I'll zoom back in. Again, I'll use the move command, move, and I'll select these objects by pick, and I'm controlling the bottom left, pick. It's found two, so I hit enter, and now I want to move them from that end point to there. Oh, that's better. And then I'll zoom out, pan it over, and now what I want to do is I want to use the sweep command. So I'll go into 3D modeling, and in 3D modeling under solid you'll see there is the sweep command. So I'll pick on sweep, and the sweep, it says select the objects to sweep, so I'll pick and drag enter those two. So I hit enter, and now what I want is, or it says sweep select the path, so I'll move the cross box, or at least the pick box, over that and pick, and it swept it along there. Now if I would have joined all of those objects, it would have swept it all the way along there. So I'll hit U to undo, zoom out of it, pan down at the command line, type in join. So this is a real-time mistake, and I'll pick on that line, that line, that line, that line, that line, enter. I just put the crosshairs over it to ensure that I have joined them, and yes, you can see I've joined. So what I'll do is I'll just zoom in by putting the crosshairs there. Now I'll go back to sweep. It says select the objects, so I'll pick those objects, enter. Now the path, pick there, and when I zoom out you'll see now it's zoomed out. Now it's swept all the way along there.